our next guest was raising her family just blocks from where the Twin Towers fell and experienced what that did to New York. Her search for a new place and a new way of understanding her changing world led her to create an online media platform called the Vancouver Observer. This now serves all of Canada and beyond as the award-winning National Observer. Here to share some of her insights, please welcome Linda Solomon Wood.
So when I moved to Vancouver in 2006, the internet was breaking everything and information had to be free. Newspapers across North America were cutting jobs by the thousands as they struggled to survive. They were struggling to survive the internet giants whose massive footprints were wiping them out. And pundits proclaimed that journalism was dead. So the only reasonable thing to do, I thought, was to start a newspaper. Online. So, with an Emily Carr design intern and a developer from the Vancouver Drupal community, in my living room, we created the site, and it launched in 2009, just in time for the 2010 Winter Olympics. But I was still a little stuck in the old ways, and I really wanted to see the excellent reporting that was happening, that was going to be produced on the site, to be produced in print. I wanted to be able to hold up a newspaper the way I had when I started out in journalism and rattle the world, you know, like this. So parallel to launching the website, I decided we had to come out with a print edition that same day, and here it is. And I have it because I still have a box of these papers yellowing in my closet. It took a bunch of all-nighters. It led to complete exhaustion and total exhilaration. But we got that print edition out, and I realized after doing all that 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 was then and this is now, and the future is digital. And that was the last newspaper we ever printed. As a digital native, the Vancouver Observer grew. We won awards, we got reputation and recognition, and published thousands of fantastic stories. Thousands of people from around BC contributed stories over the next 6 years. Anybody here tonight ever write a story for Vancouver Observer? You raise your hands. Okay, I can't see any of you, but I know you're out there. But Vancouver Observer's reporting began to outgrow its local brand. People were reading our stories from all across Canada and all over the world. So I thought, well, this is fun. What happens if we go big as we can? Let's launch National Observer. And I floated my exciting idea around. And people gave me those dubious looks people give when they don't want to hurt your feelings, but they think you've just said something a little hapless, kind of clueless, maybe even a little absurd. And people told me it was impossible to launch a national news organization from Vancouver. It had to be Toronto, they said. And I was like, well, I don't get that. And then I thought, well, maybe it'll succeed, maybe it'll fail, but I won't know unless I try. And I told the reporters, do your very best work. Do the stories you're passionate about. And if we do go under, if we do fail, let's go down together, and let's go down proudly. But maybe we'll succeed. And we opened an office in Ottawa, and then a Toronto office. Watching this unfold over the last 3.5 years, from 0 readers to millions of readers, from unknown to established, from improbable to a fact of life, has been surreal and really mind-blowing. And yet, here we are. We have a platform that speaks to tens of thousands of Canadians every day, a team of 17, freelance reporters from Halifax to Victoria and all the provinces in between, awards, audiences, a loyal community of subscribers, investors, and people who support our work through donations and gifts. A couple of years ago, we got a citation from the Mishner Foundation for Public Service Reporting, and it was given by the Governor General. And there we are with. And we were the first digital-only publication ever to receive this honor. We've had amazing success so far, and it's given me the energy to break into new fields of reporting. And just recently, we launched the Election Integrity Reporting Project, and we have this fantastic new reporting team leading this coverage. Our second article came out yesterday, and thanks to our investigation, we have gotten Facebook to permanently remove and ban 2 pages with hundreds of thousands of followers in Canada that were filled with the most hateful videos and posts and comments. Because, you know, once people are overcome with fear and anger, it's very hard to break through with facts and reason, which is one reason why it's so important for social media companies to address the problem by removing this type of content from their platforms. It's so urgent, and that's why it makes me so hopeful to see media across Canada readying to work together to fight this threat. And that's what they're doing, and I'm so proud to be part of that. So all of these people who told me it was impossible to base a national media company in Vancouver, well, you know what? They were right. It was impossible. It's been really hard. Near closures, improbable survival, tons of innovation and experimentation. And often, as I made decisions to grow the company a little bit bigger, the cliff loomed and the runway was super short. My colleagues tell me they don't know how I tolerate the stress, how I navigate the uncertainty. And I'll tell you honestly, I've lost a few nights of sleep. But I get up the next day and I get back to it because I love what I'm doing and I believe so much in the power of journalism to protect public health and society, and I believe in the power of people to keep this important journalism strong. So here we are thriving, and so am I, because it's exciting to be part of a sea change, to feel that you're part of shaping the future, even just a little. And that's what it means to be a journalist today, helping to shape the future for communication itself. So what I've learned over the last years in building Vancouver Observer, and now National Observer, is this: small resources and uncertain prospects can drive you to do really big things. And when those breakthroughs come, the impossible becomes possible. Thank you so much for having me here tonight.